people, welcome to my channel. This is your girl Pheladi.mangwale. I am a qualified educator teaching in South Africa, Limpopo province. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe. Please do follow on my social media platforms. I am on TikTok and I'm also on Instagram. Do not forget to like, do not forget to comment as well in the comment section. Please do know that whatever that I share on my channel is based on my personal experiences as an educator. So guys, I'm absolutely happy. I'm excited over what I'm about to announce right now. God has been absolutely wonderful. I'm releasing a book this month, and the book is about phonics. It's about how to teach a child to read from, as early as possible, right? And my book has 5 chapters. Hopefully in those chapters you'll get a grip of phonics, you get a grip of how you can teach a child to spell, to pronounce, to construct words, all the strategies that I normally use in teaching phonics are definitely in that book. I'm really hopeful, guys, that you learn how to teach your child, because I noticed that a lot of parents at home are struggling to teach their children at home. I always say on my platforms that it is not enough to depend on teachers to teach your child to read. Children should always be exposed to reading, whether at home or at school. If it's just 5 minutes every day, parent, please give it to your child. I know that we come back from work very tired. I'm also a parent. I'm also working. When I get home, I'm tired. But I should at least afford my child some few minutes to teach them to read. Even if I just expose those words to them without being too involved, as long as they have those words in their hands, as long as they're exposed to those words, you're not going to be too tired every day. But at least if you take your time sometime just to say, hey, let's do this, today this week we are only dealing with a certain sound, and in the following week we are doing spelling, the other week we are starting with sentences. Just do something with them. If it's not reading, let it be mathematics, just counting numbers every day, in the morning, in the afternoon. That is how children read. They learn practically. And I made my book as practical as possible. I actually outlined how you should say the sounds, with your mouth, how you can do them practically. It's just a practical book, guys. I don't even know how I can explain how easy it is. That book is so easy to maneuver. It's very easy. And if it happens that you buy my book and you don't understand something, you guys know that I'm always available on my social media platforms. You can text me on Instagram, you can text me on TikTok as well. I'm there. And also it's going to be very helpful that you also watch my videos both on TikTok and Instagram, because I do short videos on the methods and the techniques that I use with my learners in class. So you're not going to be all on your own. I know it's difficult to teach children how to read. I don't know how I learned to read from a young age, honestly, but as and when I was at school, in university, doing my teaching degree, that's when I learned how to read, like specifically the strategies, that's when I learned phonics. And honestly, getting into class made it more practical. That's when I came up with strategies. That's when I really, really, really learned how bad, So I'm sharing this with you guys because I don't want you to struggle with your kids. I know it's frustrating. It used to frustrate me as well, but I think right now I'm in the right tune and I want you to tune with me, right? So thank you so much, guys. I know I've been away for some time here on on YouTube, but of course I've been available on my other social media platforms. I've been updating, I've been uploading videos, and thank you so much for the support and the large following. I'm really happy to be engaging with you guys. If you do need advice, I'm there. Even though I cannot respond to each and every one of you, but I'm trying. I am trying. My inbox is full of messages, so I'm not ignoring you. And don't take it personal if I'm taking too long to respond. I also have things to do. Like as I told you, I've been writing a book and I just got done with it. So yeah, don't be surprised when I'm not on YouTube for too long sometimes. And I'm also doing illustration videos. They're not too long for now, but with time I'm gonna make them more lengthy. So far I've uploaded videos in Sepedi. I've uploaded videos in English as well. So do give it to your child to watch so that they can learn how to say words, how to construct sentences. They can learn mode of transport, you know, all these topics that are in kindergarten or in foundation phase. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. So without wasting any more time, today I'm gonna be talking about phonics. I've been getting a lot of messages from people in my DM. They've been asking, what is phonics? You know, how do I teach my child phonics? How do I teach my learners phonics? And I couldn't really give them a straight answer because it needs time, guys. It needs a video like this on YouTube, right? So this video is made specially for people that do not understand what phonics is, right? I do have a video like this on how to teach your child to read. You can go through it, but I just want us to start again here. Yeah, I want us to start again. We cannot teach sentences or teach children how to read fluently without starting here, right? So guys, honestly, phonics are nothing too difficult. They just take time to learn sometimes because of, you know, less exposure to them. But honestly, once you start doing them, once you start relating them to the words that you already know as a parent or a teacher or a tutor, you know, you'd understand the origin of letter sounds. You'd understand why we pronounce a word the way we are, even though you were never told why or how the word comes about, right? So that is phonics. In short, you know, without complicating with huge terms, I would say phonics are methods, you know, method of instruction that we use to learn to read, right? I'll repeat this. Phonics is a method of instruction for reading. Yeah, I think that is the simple explanation I could give to you, right? So when we learn phonics, we learn the sounds that comes with the letters, right? So we have alphabets and then we have letter sounds, right? These are two different things. So because people know alphabets, which are your A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, we may pronounce them differently because of our languages, but they are alphabets at the end of the day. Now, you cannot use alphabets to teach a child how to read. It doesn't work. And I'll give you an example, right? But if we use phonics to teach a child how to read, it will make sense. It does make sense and it does work, and that is how we should teach reading. There are other strategies, there are other ways of teaching reading except phonics, but this is the alpha and omega this is the key element of teaching reading, right? So we have 26 alphabets. So we have letter sounds. Letter sounds are a lot. You know, we have individual letter sounds, we have vowels, we have consonants, we have digraphs, but I don't want to confuse you with all these terms because I might be familiar with them because I'm a teacher. But I want you to follow me as we begin doing this, right? This is where we begin in reading everything. This is where reading begins, phonics, right? So instead of doing your A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you can teach your child that, right? Let's say your child doesn't even know anything about alphabets. Yes, do teach them alphabets. They are very important. But when you start teaching them how to read, then introduce the phonics, right? So this is a, right? Examples of words that comes with this may be apple, apple, right? Or ant, right? And then we have b, b, book, right? Bag, boy. And then we have k, cake, cat, came, cup. And then we have d, dog, dance, right? And then we have e, elephant, right? Egg. And then we have frog, flip, flat. And then we have g, g, goat, grape, get. So this is the letter sound, right? It's a sound that comes with this letter. This letter makes the g sound, g. And then we have head, happy, hake, hug. And then this sound is not I, it's E. This letter makes the sound E. Ink, right? J, j, j. Jake, juice, James. K. This is almost similar to k, but this one is k. Kick, right? And then we have leave, lips, make, mop, right? And then we have n, nap, nip, o. It's not o, it's o. This letter makes o sound. Orange, open, p, 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 pink, pig, pit, qua, qua, queen, quench, quick, r. Now this one is difficult for some speakers of other languages because they can't say the r. Ring, rat, rat, ring, r. Say, sing, sip, t, 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 tip, toe, umbrella, an. And then this is the letter sound v, v. It's even uncomfortable on the mouth when you make it. So doing the letter sounds, guys, phonics, it's about doing it practically. You must open your mouth when you teach your child. Illustrate with your mouth. So this is one of the things that I highlighted on my book, right? I actually showed how the mouth should be positioned when you do this letter sounds, right? V, v. Van, w, 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 web, whack, wait, X-ray, right? You can have the letter sound either in the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of a word. So in this case, let's say for an example, box, box, fox. The sound is found at the end of the word b, ox, box, right? Ox, fox. You're still gonna get to that part, right? And then we have y, yolk, yellow, yawn. The last one we have z, zip. So guys, that's all for individual letter sounds. They differ in different languages, right? For example, in my language is Sepedi. We do have phonics, but they are not pronounced exactly the same. Some are similar to these ones, and some are absolutely different, right? So in your home language, this may be the case, but this is for English, right? So guys, I want us to go to another part. So what happens after you have taught your child letter sounds? I need to emphasize this, right? When you do individual letter sounds, don't do them once and expect your child to just grab them, right? Sometimes don't do them according to their order. Actually, that's what I recommend always. Don't go like from A to Z all the time, right? Some people don't say Z, they said Z, right? Don't follow them in that alphabetical order always. Sometimes you can just take out a card, right, and just show them B, show them T, and let your child tell you what that sound is. That's how they really learn. Don't let them memorize them alphabetically, because that is not learning, that is memorizing, right? When you first introduce, it's okay, you can do them in their order, it's okay. And also when you teach them, you may also not start them in their order. It doesn't matter really. What matters is for them to know, recognize that this is T, this is B, this is M, you know. So please guys, do that, and don't do it once and expect your child to just grab them in one time, you know. Do it, you know, again and again and again, and until you are satisfied. That even if you wake them up and say, hey brother, what is this sound, they'll tell you that mommy, this is T, daddy, this is O, you know. So please guys, even if you're a teacher, please sometime in the morning before you start your lesson, you can just, you know, have all your letter sounds all over and just pick any and say, what is this? And they'll tell you which sound is this, which letter sound is this, which letter sound is this, you know. Then you know that they have grabbed them, they know them, right? So without wasting any more time, I want to explain what happens after your child know the letter sounds. So you need to now explain to them that our letter sounds can form other sounds, you know. There are certain letter sounds that can be combined and make one sound. So we call that digraphs, right? Like I said, I don't want to complicate you with huge terms, but digraphs are just simply two words that are combined to make a new sound. This is also in my book, right? So as you go through my book, you will understand, because I've made different examples of digraphs, consonant digraphs, right? So I'll just make an example of this. This is the sound T and R, right? Together they make one sound, which is tr, 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 right? So you can have words like train, try, trap, right? And then D and R together combined, they make the sound dr, right? And then we have G and A. Together they make G. You can have words like guy, right? And then we have B and A. Together they make B, right? And even when we do vowels, I'll make a video on vowels one day. When we do vowels, there are vowels in almost every language. When we do vowels, you will get B, B, B. I was supposed to actually do the vowels also, so that you may understand what they're all about, right? And then we have krr, krr. It's k and r. Together they make krr, right? You may have words like cry, crab, right? Cream, okay? And then we have frr. It's f and r. Together they make the new sound frr, right? So guys, I don't want to go deeper now. I think you've seen this video on TikTok. It's if I touch that, then I'll be complicating you even more, right? So after you have introduced all this, now you're going to move to CVC. I don't know if you've heard of such, but if you go to Google and just type CVC words, you get a lot of them. So CVC words are 3-word letters, right? It's consonant, a vowel, and consonant, right? So a vowel, guys, it's your a, e, I, o, a, right? In my language in Sepedi would say a, e, I, o, u, right? Those are the vowels. So in your CVC you will get a vowel in the middle, probably, right? So it's C, V, C, consonant, vowel, and a consonant. So you cannot just start by teaching your child words like civil, 5-letter words, or 10-letter words, or 6-letter words. You need to start from scratch. In fact, before you even get to 3-letter sounds, you may start with words like 2-letter sound words like in, at, right? For example, when you teach them, you would say at, then it will be at, in, right? So that is your 2-letter sounds, and then now you're moving to 3-letter sounds. But even if you don't do them in that order, what matters is when you introduce your CVC words, you will be able to say, okay, for example, let's say the word box. It's b-ox, box, right? So you'll be showing them individual letter sounds, and then after that you blend it. It's b-ox, b-ox. Then when you blend, you're going to say box, right? So what matters is that they're able to see the individual letter sounds, and then therefore they'll be able to blend the word, right? So this is phonics. They don't stop with individual letter sounds. They extend, from individual letter sounds to 2-letter sounds to 3-letter sounds, to sounds that combine and make one sound, and then we have vowels, and then we have long letters that changes and make a long E. It's phonics are broad. It's not just your 1-letter sounds. So guys, I hope at least I explained something. I can make more and more videos, from this to another one, but unfortunately I cannot teach everything in one video. But I hope this is useful for beginners. It's useful for you and your child to begin, for you and your learners to begin. So I hope, guys, I made justice to explaining this. Yeah, if you do have questions, you may ask me in the description box. You may DM me. Yeah, TikTok, Instagram, you can send a message. And I'll announce on my social media platforms once my book is on Amazon, and once it's also published, so you can order and I can send it to you. And yeah, I'll just announce all the platforms where my book is going to be available for purchase, right? So thank you, guys. I really hope you guys will understand, for the sake of your children, for the sake of your learners. I hope your learners are also going to learn. Sometimes you can watch these videos with them. Maybe as I'm explaining the sounds, they will definitely grab them. You don't have to always sit in your little corner and learn them alone. You can watch with them. Maybe they will even understand better, So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the love, the following. Oh, guys, thank you for all the messages that you always write to me. I'm really, really, really motivated. Thank you very much. And yeah, may God guide you. May God be with you in this journey of parenting. It is definitely not easy. Like I said, I'm a parent, I know. And parenting is not just academics. There are a lot of things involved. They you know, they require you to be emotionally there for them, to be financially there for them, to be academically there for them. So it's a lot of things. So guys, I pray for God to give you strength as you maneuver around this parenting thing. You know, it's not in a book. You know, nobody tells you how to parent, and that's the tricky part. But I believe with God's guidance, with God's grace, you know, with you praying for your child, you know, praying for your child's future to be bright, praying for your child to understand, you know, I believe God will do His grace. It is definitely important, guys, that we pray for our children, pray for their future, pray that they understand even at school. You know, may God guide and guard them at school, you know, everywhere they go. Amen. So thank you, guys. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time. Bye.